Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on the video. It's the start of a new riding season 2025 and I thought what a better place to start a vlog series. What is that? Well, it's the bike and I on missions, our journeys, meeting friends, going to different places, bike gear, anything and anything really bike related. And I'm hoping you guys can join us on this journey, chat about where I have been motorcycle related. And that was the MCN motorcycle show. I went on 14th of February. Yeah, I know I should have been with my lover. I think she agrees with that as well. So yeah, I went early in the morning. There's always a bit of negativity when you see the advertising. I say advertising, it's more when you see the London motorcycle show come up, and I think for the Birmingham one as well. It's usually that I always come across it on social media, and underneath the comment section there is like a ton of negativity. I'll put some up on the screen, and you know, look, you get people moaning about, you know, it's in London. Yeah, I know London's a bit sketchy, but hey, it's still home, man. It's not that bad. You know, they'll moan it's boring. I'm going to go on to that. They'll moan about pricing. Yes, I'm going to come on to that as well. They'll say, oh man, the Kensington one was way better in Olympia and this, that and the other. I agree with some of that. And when I went, I actually enjoyed more meeting my friends who were there, who were in the stands, and saying hello and having a chat to those guys. Vicky and Matt from Harley Davidson, it was great to see them. I missed a couple of the guys from Wars. It was great to see Jordan from Sykes Harley Davidson, awesome dude. I've got to go to Sykes one day. Who else was there? Hey, I bumped into the guys, the family from Bobhead. Awesome bunch of dudes. I always rock their gear. If you watch my Senegalia trip, you'd see I was wearing a leather cut by Bobhead, and I had all my chapter stuff on there. I'll pop a video, I'll pop a linky thing on the top for the Senegalia trip. Awesome dudes, man, they were awesome. And the thing is, do you know what? I like supporting their gear. They make some really cool stuff. They've come leaps and bounds. I've owned some of their stuff from when they first launched, and I'm still rocking their gear. Do support them, do check them out. I'm not sponsored by them, but where there's good quality stuff, you know, I like to call it out, and they make some really cool stuff and awesome gear. Do check them out. Who else was there? The guys from Crazy Horse, Ben and his missus. It was great to see him. I've got to go for a bike night at the Crazy Horse in Bury St Almond. That's a must for this year. Oh, this is a cool little place. Actually, I'm going to come on to this route. This route is quite, well, if you're a biker and you're in glorious Essex, you know this little route and where it goes. We'll come on to that. What else? So the motorcycle show was a bit, you know, like I spent maybe 2 hours there. It was way more compact and small compared to previous years, and I actually think it's getting smaller and smaller over the years. I mean, who was there? What was an eye-opener was KTM. So at the time I'm doing this video, this is March 2025, months leading up to this, KTM has been obviously in financial difficulties. It was only a week or so ago there was some glimmer of hope. I think they're sorting themselves out. I think there's some restructuring going on. They're writing off some debt, this, that and the other. There's rumours BMW might even buy them out, which would be kind of cool, because I guess, see, the thing is, BMW, they'll only buy out someone to get a hold of their patents and bits and pieces. You know, I'm looking at Land Rover, what they did with that, and Mini. They're probably Rolls Royce, you know, so they're probably after something. KTM's got that they want. What are your views on that, if they did that? Yeah, leave a comment, that'd be interesting to chit chat about. But it was quite sad to see KTM, because any of you guys have been to the motorcycle shows, do you remember KTM stands? They had a big glorious stand, and this time round it was, I'll show a video, and it was like a closing down sale. They had bikes hugely discounted. It was like a small area roped off. That was really sad to see. When you see a giant like that on its knees, that's quite sad. And I know I've got friends who are KTM dudes and dudettes, and they love the brand, and it's really a shame, and I really hope they pick things up. That was kind of sad to see at the show. But the show itself, I came out thinking, hold on a minute, I've just paid £26. I've seen some friends, yes, that was nice, but what did I learn? I mean, the BMW stand, I wanted to, okay, so some Harley Davidson dudes and dudettes, they're going to cringe at what I'm about to say. I sat on a GS 1300 Adventure and I kind of liked it. Why did I like it? Well, it's got that brutalist look to the front. I like that, man. I like that. That's kind of... I know. I feel dirty. I feel I need to go and have a wash for saying that as a Harley Davidson dude. But I kind of liked it. It was... Anyway. Dad bike is coming in the future. Watch the channel. Subscribe. You'll see a dad bike. It's coming sometime in the future. Not now, maybe 10, 15 years, but a dad bike is coming. So, I mean, the BMW stand was kind of cool, but it was like everyone and his wife who's a biker was on the BMW stand. It was packed, so you didn't really get a chance to see anything. The auction guys, oh god, I forgot their names. I'll pop up a name, the auction people. That was kind of cool. They had some really cool old bikes there. Yeah, I like that. That was nice to see. The live show, I mean, it was... Yeah, I guess, yeah, okay, if you're into that stuff. Who else was there? I mean, I missed out on the top guys, Charlie Borman and Henry Cole. They're like part of the furniture with the motorcycle shows. But you've got to time yourself right to meet them, or even have a chance to say, hey, hello, how are you doing, kind of thing. So you'll miss out on that. And this is the bit that really gets me. Now, in defence of the organisers, I know they work really hard, and yeah, it must be tough to organise, but I paid £26, so that was a discount sort of thing. Yeah, I mean, apparently it's discounted from the door price, which is about 30 odd quid, I believe. But then they had like another £1.50 thing. I'll put some of the pricing up on the screen, and I was a bit like, man, that 26 quid. I could have put it in my fuel tank and gone for an adventure, and that's probably lunch money as well, and had maybe a better time. Yes, I wouldn't have seen the friends there. I just felt a bit, yeah, 26 quid, I can't justify that anymore. I'd rather have more fun with that. Hey, leave a comment below, what can you do with £26 instead of going to the motorcycle show? Now, but this is the thing, there is an important thing I want to come on to, and that is the motorcycle industry is on its knees. There's a lot of gloom. I mean, those in the Harley Davidson world will know in the UK we're having motorcycle dealerships, Harley Davidson dealerships, shutting every fortnight, it seems. It's really sad. I really feel for the staff. But no, this is the thing. So it's down to us bikers in a way to show our support, and I guess going to these motorcycle shows, you know, we're kind of showing our support, but are we really getting a good deal? You know, that's the question. Are we really getting a good deal from these shows? And that was the thing from the comments. You just see the negativity, and I sort of agreed with it this time round. I've sort of gone, maybe, you know, not every year, maybe every other year. This year and last year were sort of consecutive where I went. I went to the Birmingham one once. That was massive years ago. That was huge, the Birmingham one. I don't know. I felt a bit like... Do you know what? I felt like watching an M. Night Shyamalan movie where, you know, you get to the end, you get to the twist, and you're like, what? I want my money back. M. Night Shyamalan, he owns me. That's what it felt like. I felt a bit... I don't know, not ripped off, but it would have been the £26. I want justification for that. And more importantly, I think they need to do more, something a bit more fun if you're going to charge me the 30 quid. What's coming onto the gear that was on sale, there was, I mean, I asked for, so this is something new. This is my Shoei Neotec 3. I was asking around prices. I got this as a bargain. I'm going to come onto my new gear for this season. I'll come onto it. So I was just asking about, you know, hey, how much are the helmets, how much are this, that and the other. They did have Shoei Neotec 3s for less than £500, which seemed like a pretty good deal, but do be careful. I don't think it's prevalent as it used to be, but back in 2022, again, I'll put a screenshot of the article back in 2022, Newham Council are the ones who sort of, they're the local authority for London XL. They did a raid, Trading Standards did a raid on the place, and they found a ton of sketchy stuff, man. You know, fake gear and supposed motorcycle gear that wasn't up to standards. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think that's an issue anymore, because I'm sure the organisers and Trading Standards at Newham Council, they left the mark, as it were. I don't think that's going to happen again. But even gear-wise, there was nothing really special there. Let's move on to gear, actually. That's a nice transition. Shoei Neotec 3. I've moved on from the Neotec 2 to the 3. Why did I have to? No, not really. I mean, that helmet hadn't even come anywhere near close to the 5-year rule they have on helmets. That being, you know, the foam and bits and pieces inside starts deteriorating around 5 to 7 years. I wasn't even any close. Was it acting, you know, was there anything wrong with it? No, not really. But there was a bargain just before Christmas 2020, sort of 5 New Year Christmas period at Sports Bike, and I was like, whoa, that's a bargain, that's really cheap. What's the catch? I just grabbed it. It was a really good price. And in a way, is it better than the Neotec 2? I think it is. It's way much quieter. For me, it is. I mean, look, I'm riding a Lowrider S. I've got a bikini fairing. It's not a super naked bike. There's a little bikini fairing thing. But I've done, you know, motorway, highway speeds. But it's really, like, I think it's less quiet. I don't. It might be me. And that really will vary on you and your bike and all this, that and the other. More importantly, it's actually an upgraded version as well in terms of safety. It's now the 22.06 thing, whatever it is. Neotec 2 was ancient in those terms. So yeah, that was a good upgrade. The jacket I'm wearing, it's Merlin Hydro something or another. I'll put the name up on the screen because I can never remember names like that. But it's sort of like a flannel shirty kind of thing, but it's waterproof, and it's quite insulated. So at the moment today it's 14 degrees and I've only got like a base layer on and the jacket, and I'm quite warm actually. It's in that sense it works really well, not just for the waterproofness, but it's a nice comfortable warm jacket. I don't have to have a heated gear on or a thicker base layer on. This is doing the job pretty well. Talking about base layers, I came across a company. This was on Urban Rider. By the way, I'm not sponsored or anything like that. This is just gear I've purchased, and I think they're good. They're worthwhile you guys having a look out for. Zerofit, I think it's a Japanese brand. If I've made mistakes with the names, I'll pop it up on the screen. I've got, yeah, I know, I'm wearing long johns. Yes, I know. But it's semi-cold. Jesus, man, what's happening here with the farmers? Hey, oh man, the smell. Oh god. Woo. Okay, evacuate horrible air from the helmet. Oh, it stinks, man. That's even worse. Can't help it. Oh my god, that's bad. Wow. Basically all over the place. Oh man, that stunk right into the helmet. Why have you done that? I'm enjoying myself. Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up. Oh god, no. Okay, back to the show. Base layers, Zerofit. I've got the long johns. Yes, I wear long johns when it's slightly cold and nippy. These things are, I'm sweating in them. They are awesome. They're some of the best ones I've ever worn. I've got another merino wool pair. God, where are they from? I forgot the brand. It might be Climb, you know. I forgot the name. What is it? I can't remember the brand. Merino wool. No way. They don't even keep the wool anywhere close as this. And these guys were actually at the motorcycle show. Zerofit. Yeah, do check them out if you're after anything new in terms of base layer. Please try these guys out. Honestly, I'm not making any buck on it or anything like that, but if there's a good product, I'm going to call it out. It's awesome. And I'm wearing their socks. awesome. My feet used to get cold. You guys know, if you watched the Senegalia trip, I've mentioned wool and how much I love it, especially for bike gear. And these are keeping me really toasty. I think slightly more toasty than merino wool. Yeah, so I really like their stuff. Check it out. Okay, so what have we got planned for 2025? Hello, Mr. Biker. Yes, you get a head nod. Yes, you too. More head nods. Yes, yes. Let's go. Okay, so for 2025, what have I got planned? I'm gutted. There's 2 big Harley Davidson events, and I don't think I could make it. No way. All my mates, I want to go with them. They want me to go, but this year is a complex one. Personal reasons and other bits and pieces I won't go into. But I just can't make it. So that is the Saint-Tropez, what's Harley called? It's like a Harley Euro festival thing. Takes place start of May. I can't make. There's the Hog Rally in Croatia. Gutted, man, gutted. I loved last year's one. I can't make this year. But it's not all doom and gloom. With my chapter at Chelsea and Fulham, we've got 2 trips abroad. I am definitely making it unless something crazy happens with the bike or me and I can't do it. We've got 2 trips to France. One, I think it's over 2 or 3 days. The other one is more like an overnighter, which would be really cool. Really looking forward to that. I know it's going to be a laugh with my mates and everyone from the chapter. What else? Now, I'm hoping I can do this. There is a chance I might do a trip on my own, solo trip, to northern Italy again and perhaps the Alps. I loved it so much, but I will only know near the time. This will be probably August-ish kind of thing. Yeah, let's see, that'd be cool. But besides that, besides that, there's quite a few places I want to go, especially with all the biker mates. I promised Andy's probably listening and watching. Bro, I know we're going to do it. I promised him we need to do Crazy Horse. There is another one we were supposed to go to and I couldn't make it. I was gutted. I forgot the name of it. If I think of the name, I'm going to put it on the screen. But I owe Andy 2 bike nights. So that's the definite. Ideal Talk up north. Well, north to me. Ideal Talk. That's another one. They do bike nights during the summer. Well, sort of. I'll put the dates up if I can below. That's a must. What else, man? Do you know what? We'll just make it organic and dynamic. When things come up, we're just going to go. Very soon, depending on when I get time to edit this and, you know, when it comes out, 14th of March, Harley Davidson are doing loads of events at their dealerships. I'm obviously going to Wars. So on the 14th, they're doing, I think they're showcasing all the new bikes. There's some band who's playing as well, I believe, at Wars. So that's all coming up. And then there is 29th of March, I hope I got the date right. It's that last Saturday. Yeah, it will be 29th of March. We've got a Meet the Chapter event at Wars. I should definitely be there. Come and say hello if you're around. What else, man? I can't think of anything else that's sort of planned in a way. Now, this particular route, I love it. It's right on my doorstep. This is one of my favourites. If I can't think of anywhere else to go, I just love doing this and I'd never get bored of it. So, starting up from Ongar and it goes all the way up to Finchfield, basically, Winner's Tea Cafe place, full of bikers. If you're from the Essex area or this region, you know where I'm talking about. There's the sign for it. I'll put the road details down. So if you do the bike safe course with the Met Police, they actually do this course starting off from the bike shed. I love this particular route. Honestly, it's one of my favourites. There's some really cool places to eat. Well, there's the Blue Duck or the Blue Egg. I'll put the name up on the screen, which is a bit more east of here. That's another cool place. We're not too far now, but I'm actually going to have lunch at one of my more favourite spots, which is the Nook, near just near Cambridge. So we're going to head over that way. Oh, talking about the Shoei Neotec 3, this, I nearly forgot. There is a big difference when it comes to the visor, this visor I've just got down, this really does stop that wind effect that used to come up right underneath and up to your eyeballs. They've done a really big improvement on that. You can ride at speed like this quite happily, and yeah, look, I mean, it just, before you couldn't really do this that much. I mean, maybe it might have been me, and this is perfect. It doesn't, like the wind that was coming up between the bottom part of the helmet here and the bottom part of the visor, it would go right up your eyeballs. Wow. Do you know what? I've had this bike just coming up to 3 years. That exhaust note, and I'm still not bored of it. And I still don't get bored of that exhaust note. Love it. One other thing, what I'm recording on actually, let's talk about that, because I'm going to do a separate video on that altogether. For those of you who've watched my Senegalia trip, you know the issues I've had with the X3. The lens covers were all scratched up, the batteries just didn't like the heat, and I think one of the batteries at the end was faulty, because when I got back home and I swapped batteries around, some of the issues I was having disappeared. So I think I had a faulty battery. But the X4, I'm loving it so far. The quality is amazing compared to the X3, especially when you crop in, and that was the issue I was having with some of the footage. So this time round I've done such a weird and wonderful contraption setup. Yeah, I'm going to do a video on different sound qualities if you have got an X3 or you're thinking of getting an X3, and what it sounds like with various bits and pieces. Hey, that's a cool car, man. So that's coming up. Do subscribe and catch it. Okay, so we're coming up to Finchfield, Winners, tea house kind of thing. There is another cafe. I'll put the name up on the other side, but this place is always packed, and you can see bike-a-doos and doodads everywhere. But we're gonna go this way around. They actually have really nice coffee and food there, but I want to get to my favourite sandwich place, the Nook. Well, besides that, if any of you who follow me on Instagram know that I changed my levers and grips. I've got the Oberons, I'll put the details up below, and I've got the Arlen Ness grips. That stuff is working great. Again, I'll put a link up. I did a video on the Peak Design mount and case. Love it. I absolutely love it. It works really well. Big difference over quad lock. Again, I'm not bashing quad lock, but there is a big difference, man, when it comes to how you just put it on and put it off from the mount itself. I love it. Like I said in that video, I wish I did it before. I think in terms of the bike, there's a couple of things I need to do, and it involves my dear friend Eddie Cotter. He's a master tech, Harley Davidson mechanic, awesome dude. He runs his own little private little garage. I might even do a video with him when I go there. I've got to get his permission first, obviously. I'll have to sweet talk him. But he's an awesome dude. But the bike does need a couple of things done to it this year, and minor things. It's brake fluid needs a change. That's come up, besides the usual services and things like that. But the brake fluid, yeah, I need to do that really soon. I'll have to book that in with Eddie, and yeah, I'll take you guys with me if Eddie lets me. But Eddie's an awesome dude. He's one of these mechanics where he's not just experienced, he's not just a Harley Davidson master tech. He actually genuinely, when he works on your bike, he treats it like it's his own. And I love that. He's got this OCD thing as well, where he's really careful how he does things. But yeah, so no, it'd be fun. It'd be fun to do a video with him. Google Maps, sometimes I really hate you, because why on earth did you bring me down here, man? Okay, so Google Maps is being kind of stupid. Anyways, do you know what? It's a nice day. It doesn't matter. We're having a nice time. Don't get angry with Google Maps. But in terms of the bike, I don't think it needs anything else. I'm not going to say I've got it dialed in 100% perfect. No, there's so much more that could be done if money wasn't an issue. But you know, like things like stage 2s and stage 3s and things like that, I don't think it needs it. I love the power. It's more than enough. You know, the thing is, you've got to be a bit sensible with that. Is it, you know, yes, you can stick a stage 4 and a 131, this, that, and the other, but like, you know, when it comes to day-to-day riding, especially, let's say if you're riding in a city like London, where on earth are you going to use that 150 brake horsepower? You know, even sport bike dudes. Yes, you can give yourself a little buzz at the lights to the next junction or whatever you can, but it doesn't appeal to me. You know, if money wasn't an issue, yeah, I'd love to do like a performance bagger kind of thing. You know, who wouldn't? But at this moment in time, no, it's a bit too much and I don't really need it. I'm quite happy with the bike. I'm waiting for stock levels. I think the only thing I would do to the bike in terms of mod is probably changing out the rear brake light for the custom dynamics one, just so that there's more visibility from different angles. I'm not a fan of what Harley have done at the back. Yeah, it does the job. It does the job. It's not faulty. It hasn't broken. It's not completely and utterly dim. No, but I just think what custom dynamics do, it's a better option. So I might do that. Talk about bikes. What are people's views on the 2025 Harley Davidsons? I think they've gone in the right direction, for sure. You know, Harley Davidson are now doing LED indicators. They've gone away from halogen. So you know, I think Harley Davidson ran out of their stock of halogen bulbs, and now, you know, okay, we can actually start LEDs. I think that was a good thing. I really like the idea of having the 2-in-1s now. But you know, again, their hands are tied. It's still going to be quiet-ish, and you're still going to get the guys just ripping out the exhaust. But I think it's nice Harley Davidson do a 2-in-1 now, which will obviously give them a bit more, well, a couple bit more bhp, which is what we're seeing with the low rider S and the low rider ST high output versions of their engines. That's really cool. Will I be upgrading? Let's see, next year I will know, not this year. That's for sure. I am eyeing up the lowrider ST, but what's done my head in, this is the part that's really ticked me off about Harley Davidson. I'm a goth inside in a way, and I like black. Just because I wear black doesn't mean my heart's not colourful, but nevertheless I like black and I like things blacked out, which is why my lowrider S is black and it's all blacked out. But Harley Davidson this year now have added £1,400 option for the black trimmings, which I just can't justify. I really can't. That's really ticked me off. And then you've got to pay another 500 on top, 400 I think for the colour, so you're looking at about £2,000 already. I don't know, man, that's a bit, yeah, it's things like that that really sort of grind my gears, as it were. I know I sound like an old moaning man. It's a Harley Davidson at the end of the day. It's expected. You're going to have to pay your Harley tag. Yeah, I get all that. But come on, Harley Davidson, man. I wouldn't have minded if it was like a £500 option or something, but £1,400 just to have it blacked out. That's way too much. I mean, the thing is, that £2,000, I'm debating whether to just get, well, mind you, if you get the blue and the chrome, which everyone's going crazy over, yeah, then you're only sort of paying the 400, 500 for the paint, and it's going to look awesome with the chrome. I know, but I'm not a chrome dude. It's not me. I will ruin that chrome, and it's just I don't want to get the chrome version and then start paying more money just to black out certain bits and features. I actually priced it up, and it nearly hit that figure that you're actually sort of saving if you don't get the black version. Then you're sort of stuck there. Sorry, horses. I only saw you the last second. Yeah, so I'm feeling a bit when it comes to Harley Davidson and their pricing. But what's crazy is if you go with all of those options, you're hitting nearly 25k, 26k, and those were touring model prices a few years back. I mean, the bike's worth it, don't get me wrong. What they've done is awesome. You've got the rider rates, that will be fantastic. Save your butt. I saved my own butt in Senegalia, in Italy. Those traction control things would have definitely helped on their own. I managed to save my own ass. But you know, again, safety features like that, yeah, they're awesome. I fully support that. Why not? What else is there that's really oh, they've done a fancy new rear brake light. Yeah, okay, that's cool. LEDs all around. Yeah, okay. Just trying to think what else is there. I mean, the other models, they've got different variants of the 117 now. So low ride rest and the ST get the kind of output. I think the Heritage, I can't remember, some of them get like a custom version, cruiser version, or they get, but what are your views? I think there's two understated bikes in the Harley Davidson range, Street Bob and the Heritage. I really do think they're understated, because you could get a Street Bob. It's like, you know, I can't remember the figure, but I'm sure it's around 17,000. Man, you've got so much money to play with, because it's already got the 117. Tune that bad boy up. Oh man, there's a part of me that thinks, hey, why don't we do something like that? You know, I am entertaining that idea. So that's one thing I'm thinking, you know, let's do a Street Bob and we tune and mod the hell out of it, because there's at least nearly 10 grand saved up. Yeah, that was interesting to think about. Yeah, we're at the start of March. Well, it's really nice today. It's going to be about 15, 16 degrees. How much is that in US money? I'll put it up on the screen. It's a really nice day. One issue we've had over the winter is we've been single digits for a while. So yeah, you can go out in that. It's perfectly fine. Put your heated gear on and off you go. You know, there's been ice early in the morning. It's pretty okay by the afternoon. So yeah, it's perfectly safe to ride around in. One thing I really hate is where we are, Essex and Essex highways, they love chucking grit and salt onto the road like it's going out of fashion. So, and we've not been getting much rain either. Yeah, that's kind of a funny thing to say for the UK. It's not been raining as much. So that grit and salt and whatever has been stuck on there for a while. So you're sort of a bit cautious, taking the bike out, thinking, oops, Harley Davidson, as soon as it sees a bit of salt and grit, that thing's going to melt. All I'm saying is our road's a sketch. Some of these bumps, man. Oh, she goes so well, and that's sad. Yes. Love it. One thing I might do is swap my gloves around. I brought my summer gloves with me. Not as a backup, I thought, I mean, it looks warm, it's going to feel warm-ish. Shall we take it, shall we not take it? Because I'm wearing Nook's Mark IV, well, what are they called? I've got a fun name. Humanoid? Well, what's it called? Is it Anemoid, there's a particular name for it. Honestly, I'm really bad at names like that. I'll pop off the screen. I love Nook's as a brand. They make some awesome gloves. So in the saddlebag, I've got the Urban Pros, which are thinner. I might pop them on later. I've just worn these just to take the slight edge of that chill in the air, but it's sweating now. Okay, we're nearly at our destination. I hope they haven't closed early. That's all right. I didn't realise. I've got earplugs in.
Oh no, that's all right. No, it's fine. It's not your problem.
No, that's okay.
I really appreciate it. Thank
No,
you.
always, of course.
Sorry.
Okay, so that was an awesome lunch. At the Nook, I had the meatball baguette, a cookie, and a black Americano. Okay, after that awesome lunch, let's end it there. I've got literally a couple of percent left on the X4, and guess what? I didn't bring any spare batteries because I left them at the garage. And I've got no charging cable. And we're just about to wrap it up, I think. Thanks so much, guys. Until next time, I'll see you. Bye. Oh, a quick bonus. Anyone who can work out this tune I'm humming to in the style of a club singer, you win a prize. What prize is it? I don't know. Let's go.